Alexandria in the 2nd century, and actually for about 200 years prior, was one of the intellectual centers of the known world. All right, all the great Hebrew scholars, the rabbinical scholars, all the great Hellenistic philosophy and scholars, all of them were very much centered in Alexandria in Egypt. In fact, there was the great ancient Library of Alexandria. And so, truly, he was an incredibly erudite person. And he sought to bring the Christian faith to Brindisi in Apulia, which was one of the main maritime seaports at that point in history in the 2nd century AD. But it was very much pagan at that point. So he really sought to be a missionary. And this all came to him because after his mother's death, he entered monastic life in the area of Alexandria in Egypt. And on the Solemnity of the Assumption, the August 15th, he received this amazing miracle of light that came upon him. And that's when he actually changed his name to Lucius, meaning the light bearer. All right? He who is the light. And so he wanted to bring that light to these pagans in Brindisi so that they would receive that light of Christ, and he would scatter the misconceptions, the false notions regarding the Christian faith. And that's exactly what he did. Now, when arriving in Apulia, in Brindisi, he was met by these pagans, and they were like, we want nothing to do with this Christian faith thing that you have to bring us. We are not interested. But they were in the midst of a heavy drought. And so he said, well, if you pray to Christ, if you pray to Jesus, he'll bring you the rain. So sure enough, he convinced them to do this. He prayed, and the rains finally came. And that miracle of rain is what brought about this conversion of the people. Now, later on, there is also a wonderful legend, very much akin to St. George, where he slayed a dragon. Now, whether that was the fact that it was a figurative dragon, of the fact that he overcame evil and the devil that was rampant amongst these pagan people, or he actually killed a dragon, we'll never know. But what we do know is that he was martyred around the year 180. He was martyred around the year 180. And he was the founding bishop of the Diocese of Brindisi in Apulia. So hopefully that gives you a little bit more about San Lucio. But he also, he was besought several times during plagues, his intercession. And even when San Rocco failed, San Lucio succeeded in delivering villages and towns from different plagues. I wish I had known about San Lucio about 2.5 years ago. But indeed, San Lucio has been sought as an intercessor since his martyrdom in around the year 180. And he has probably just as many churches in Puglia and that area dedicated in his honor as you would find churches dedicated to St. Joseph, which is really saying something in Italy. So indeed we see that San Lucio was incredibly besought, especially in that area of Puglia. And I think that it's a beautiful thing that now we can restore San Lucio's devotion to this area.